Wait. Before you move on to the next thing, my child, stay with me for just a moment. I saw you last night. I saw you in the dark, when the house had gone quiet and the world had finally stopped asking anything of you. I saw the tears you thought no one would ever know about, the ones you let fall only when the lights were out, when there was no one left to be strong for. You wiped them away quickly, the way you always do. You told yourself to stop, to pull it together, to not be so weak. But I want you to hear me clearly, right now, before this day goes any further. Those tears were not weakness, and you were never as alone in them as you believed. Because I was there. I was sitting in that darkness with you, closer than your own breathing. And there is something I have been waiting to tell you about those tears, something that will change the way you carry them. But first, stay with me. Don't let the noise pull you away. This message was sent for you, and only you. So take a slow breath, let your shoulders come down, and let me speak to the part of you that has been crying quietly for far too long. My child, I have collected every tear you have ever cried. Not one of them fell to the ground unnoticed. Not one of them disappeared into your pillow without my seeing it. The world taught you that tears are something to hide, something shameful, something to apologize for. The world was wrong. To me, your tears have never been a sign of how weak you are. They have always been a sign of how deeply you have loved, and how much you have carried, and how long you have kept going, when everything in you wanted to stop. I have kept them all. Every tear from every hard night. The ones you cried over the people you lost. The ones you cried over the years that did not turn out the way you prayed they would. The ones you cried for no reason you could name, when the weight of simply being alive became too heavy to hold up anymore. I saw them all. I keep them all, because nothing about you is too small for the one who made the stars to notice. I know why you cry in the dark and not in the light. It is because you have spent your whole life being the strong one. You were the one others leaned on, the one who held the family together, the one who never let them see you break. Because if you broke, who would hold the rest of them up? So you learned to save your tears for the night, for the moments alone, for the times when no one needed anything from you. And you have done it so well, for so long, that the people around you have no idea how much you are carrying. They see the strength. They do not see the cost of it. They take the steadiness for granted, and never once ask what it takes from you to keep standing. But I see the cost. I have always seen it. And I am not asking you to be strong for me. I am asking you to let me be strong for you, for once. To set the weight down, here, in this quiet place, and let me carry it for a while. You do not have to hold it together in front of me. I already know. I have always known. There is a particular kind of tiredness you have been feeling. It is not the kind that sleep can fix. You have noticed it, even if you have never said it out loud. It is the tiredness of carrying things for years with no one to share the weight. The tiredness of being needed by everyone and truly known by almost no one. The tiredness of smiling when your heart is heavy, because it is easier than explaining. My child, I know that tiredness. I see it in you, and I want you to know that it is allowed. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to not be okay for a moment. You do not have to earn your rest. You do not have to deserve being cared for. You are my child, and that is reason enough. There is a tiredness that comes from giving, and rarely being filled back up. You have been a wellspring for so many people, my child. The family that came to you with their troubles. The friends who called when they needed something, and grew quiet when they did not. The ones you carried for years who never thought to ask who was carrying you. You poured yourself out for them, and you did it gladly, because that is the kind of heart I gave you. But a well that is never refilled runs dry, and you have been running on the very last of yourself for longer than you would ever admit. So let me fill you tonight. Let me be the one who pours into you for a change. You have spent your life being living water for others. Tonight, let me be living water for you. So come to me, all you who are weary and burdened. Those were not just words. That was an invitation, spoken directly to you, across all these years, waiting for the day you would finally be tired enough to accept it. Before I go on, I want to ask you something. If even one of these words has reached the part of you that has been crying alone, If you can feel me sitting with you in this moment, then type the word Amen in the comments below. Let it be your way of saying, I am here, Lord, and I am letting you see me, so that I know this message found the exact heart it was sent to reach. Do not rush past this. That one word is a door you open to me, and I promise you, I see every single one who opens it. You came to this little stream of grace on the very day you needed it most. You did not find it by accident. You were led here, gently, by a hand you could not see. So stop holding your breath for a moment, and let the water wash over the places that hurt. My child, I want to tell you what your tears have been doing all this time, in a place you could not see. Every tear you have cried has been watering something. You thought they were only falling. You thought they were only loss. But in my hands, even your sorrow becomes a seed. The compassion you have for others, the gentleness in how you treat the ones who are hurting, the way you can sit with someone in their pain and truly understand it. Where do you think that came from? It was grown in you, in the dark, watered by the very tears you were ashamed of. Nothing you have suffered has been wasted on me. I do not waste pain. I do not let sorrow fall to the ground for nothing. I take the very things that broke your heart, and over time, with patience you cannot yet imagine, I turn them into the most beautiful parts of who you are. The deepest wells are dug by the hardest seasons, and out of your deep well, one day, many will come to drink. So the next time the tears come, do not be so quick to wipe them away in shame. Let them fall. Let them do their quiet work. I am there in them, every single time. I know there are nights when you wonder if it will always be this hard. You lie there in the dark, and the worries circle like they always do. Whether your body will hold up, whether the people you love will be all right when you are no longer here to watch over them, whether anyone will truly remember you, or whether you will simply fade quietly from the world the way the morning mist fades from the fields. I want to answer those nighttime fears, my child, one by one. You will not be forgotten, because you were never only a memory to me. You are written on the palm of my hand, and what I have written there can never be erased. The ones you love are held by me even more tightly than you have held them. And as for whether it will always be this hard, hear me. Weeping may last for the night, but joy comes in the morning. Your morning is coming. I promise you that on my very name. I am a God who turns mourning into dancing. I am a God who trades ashes for beauty. I have done it 10,000 times before, for 10,000 of my children who lay in the dark exactly as you do now, certain the sorrow would never lift. And it lifted. It always lifts, in my time, by my hand. Your sorrow is not your final chapter. It is a season, and every season I have ever made comes, in the end, to its turning. I want to sit with you in a specific memory for a moment. You know the one. The night the news came that changed everything, or the slow evening you realized a chapter of your life was quietly ending and would not come back. The room where you heard the words you had been dreading, the phone call, the empty side of the bed, the silence in a house that used to be full of voices. You have a place like that, a moment your heart returns to when the dark settles in. I was in that room with you, my child. I did not cause your pain, but I never left you alone in it. When you felt the floor give way beneath you, I was the one who kept you from falling all the way down. You did not feel me then. The pain was too loud, but I was nearer to you in that hour than I have ever been in your seasons of ease, because I draw closest to the broken-hearted. I am near to those who are crushed in spirit. That is my promise, and I have never once broken it. And let me speak to the loneliness, because I know it has its own particular voice in your life. It is not always the loneliness of having no one near. Sometimes it is the loneliness of being surrounded by people and still feeling unseen. The loneliness of a crowded room where no one knows the real weight you carry. The loneliness that comes not from empty rooms, but from the slow realization that the ones who truly knew you, who knew your whole story, are fewer now than they once were. I understand that ache better than anyone ever could, because I know your whole story. Every chapter. The parts you are proud of and the parts you have never told a living soul. I know it all, and I have never once turned away. To be fully known and still fully loved, that is what I offer you. And it is the one thing the lonely heart has always longed for most. You have it. You have always had it. In me, you are known completely and loved without condition, and you will never have to perform for that love, or earn it, or fear losing it. There is something the years try to whisper to a tired heart. They whisper that your best days are behind you, that the time for new joy, new purpose, new beginnings has passed you by, that all that is left now is the slow management of decline. My child, do not believe that whisper. It does not come from me. I have written purpose into every single one of your remaining days. Purpose you cannot yet see. There are people who still need the exact wisdom that only your years could have taught you. There are words of comfort only you can speak, because only you have walked the road that qualifies you to speak them. There is love you have not yet given, and love you have not yet received. I am not in the business of winding lives down. I am in the business of making all things new, right up to the very last breath, and beyond it. Your story with me does not get smaller as the years go on. It gets deeper. It gets truer. The best is being saved, not spent. And now, my child, the thing I have been waiting to tell you about your tears since the very beginning of this message. Here it is. Listen closely. Your tears are prayers, every single one of them. When you have no words left, when the pain is too deep for language, when all you can do is weep in the dark, I hear it as the most honest prayer you have ever prayed. You think your silent crying went unheard. It was the loudest prayer in heaven. You do not need the right words to reach me. You never did. You only need a heart that is open, even when it is breaking, especially when it is breaking. So you were never crying alone. You were never crying into the empty dark. Every tear was a word in a conversation between you and me, a conversation that has been going on your whole life, even on the nights you were sure no one was listening. I heard all of it. I answered all of it. And I am answering still. That is who you are to me. Not a forgotten soul crying in an empty room, but my own beloved child, whose every tear I have caught, whose every silent prayer I have heard, and whose mourning I am even now preparing. Let me tell you what I see when I look at you, because it is so different from what you see when you look in the mirror. You see the lines the years have drawn. You see the things you did not finish, the people you could not save, the version of your life that never quite arrived. But when I look at you, I see a soul I have loved since before the world began. I see every act of faithfulness no one ever clapped for. I see the morning you got up and kept going, when no one would have blamed you for staying down. I see the courage it took just to keep believing, after everything that gave you reason not to. You have measured your life by what is missing. I measure it by the love that ran through it, and by that measure, my child, your life has been rich beyond your knowing. And I want to free you tonight from a weight you were never meant to carry, the weight of the things you cannot change, the conversation you wish you had finished, the apology that came too late or never came at all, the years you wish you had spent differently. You have been carrying these like stones in your pockets, taking them out and turning them over in the dark. Set them down now. I am a God who redeems even the parts of your story that cannot be undone. What you cannot go back and fix, I can still weave into something good. Hand me the regrets. Hand me the if-onlys. They are too heavy for you, and they were always meant for my hands, not yours. Let this be the night you finally put them down. So carry this with you when you leave this quiet place tonight, my child. When the tears come again in the dark, you remember this. You are not alone in them. I am there, catching every one. When you feel weak for crying, you remember this. Your tears are not weakness. They are the overflow of a heart that has loved and carried more than anyone around you knows. When the night feels endless, you remember this. Joy comes in the morning, and your morning is on its way. I saw you last night. I see you right now, and I will be with you tonight and every night, until the day there are no more tears left to cry, and I wipe the last of them away from your eyes with my own hand. Before you go, close your eyes for just a moment. Take a slow breath in, and receive my comfort, the kind that no person on this earth could ever give you. Breathe out the heaviness you have been holding for so long. Hand it to me. I am strong enough for all of it, and I have been waiting for you to let it go. If this message reached your heart, type Amen below, so I know it found you. And come back tomorrow, my child. I will have a new message waiting for you here. every single day. Do not miss the next thing I long to tell you. And know this, as you drift off to sleep tonight, I will be keeping watch over you the whole night through. You can finally close your eyes in peace, because the one who never slumbers and never sleeps is watching over your life. Until then, rest. Lay your head down without fear tonight. You are seen. You are heard. You are loved. You are mine.